Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a crazy show for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So, yesterday was a crazy day, okay, because everyone was reacting to this Bronny James situation. He played in a game where he played 15 minutes. He went, I think, 0-5 from the field, 0-3 from the three-point line. Didn't have any, I think he had 1 or 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and he had 3 turnovers. It wasn't a good game, right? So I knew that at a certain point in the day that they were going to discuss this on Gil's Arena, and that's exactly what happened. So on the panel, they had players like Kenyan Martin, Rashard, of course, Gil, and others, and they were talking about it. And they actually did a 40-minute segment on it. A 40-minute segment on it. And I was like, this is going to be interesting. So when I clicked on the video, the first person that started to talk was Kenyan Martin. Now, before Kenyon started talking, he already seemed irritated. Although Kenyan Martin always looks irritated, but he seemed particularly irritated in this particular clip. So as he begins to talk about it, Kenyan Martin starts going off on JJ Redick because of how essentially for the things that JJ Redick said in the post-game interview. And Kenyon is basically saying that JJ Redick is the one that put Bronny James in a situation where he would fail. And it just got crazy. So for those of you who didn't hear what Kenyan Martin had to say, want to play what he had to say for you now about JJ Redick, and I want to come back and react to his comment. Take a listen to Kenyan Martin here.
When he was talking, I looked over at Sher. I said, did he just say maybe? Like
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick, like, used the word maybe when he said he put him in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Like, no, JJ. You put him in a
There's no maybe.
horrible situation, a horrible spot. And then to piggyback on that he didn't play well, come out of your mouth, like, that's horrible, man. Like, you a for that. Like, you don't say, no, there's no, he's a 55th pick. Let's act like it. You put him in a situation, y'all flew him into Philadelphia to come play on the back-to-back. Y'all put him out there to try to have to guard Tyrese Maxey in this tough situation. Y'all did that to him. So this is on you. Or if you're being forced to play him, this is on whoever told you to put him in.
Yeah.
If they did. You and your coaching staff and y'all meeting, deciding, or whoever made the decision to put this kid in the game and put him in this situation, it's on you, not on him at all. Like we said time and time again, man, there should be no expectations coming from Bronny James whatsoever. You put him in a tough spot. I didn't know that was his 13th game playing last night. He had played 12 other NBA games with the Lakers,
I didn't know.
12 other games prior to that.
7 seconds, 1 minute.
Yeah, but so they're putting him in, but he's gotten in, right? Whatever the time has been.
Hasn't played more than 5 minutes in any of the previous games.
So
44 total minutes.
44 total minutes, right, of NBA action, including last night or before last night?
Or including
Including.
Including last
29
night.
total coming into last night, 15 minutes in that game, which was his career high to this point.
That statement, and you look at the stats, that it's like, you don't do that to that kid. To come on national television and press conference, you take that hit for him. I put him in a tough spot.
Yeah.
To give us energy.
I put him in a tough spot.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility.
Flew him up here.
I flew him in and threw him in an NBA game.
And then to say he didn't
play well.
Because he played well, but he was playing well.
He was playing well, and would leave him where he is then.
You disrupted that up his confidence even more. Now he got to go back down there and reflect on how he played like in 15 minutes against an all-world point guard.
So you heard what Kenyan Martin had to say. What are my thoughts on this? I gotta be honest with you. This angle didn't occur to me prior to hearing Kenyon Martin and these guys bring it up this way. I never thought about it this way until he brought it up. But Kenyon Martin is speaking from an NBA player standpoint. He's speaking from the standpoint of what it would be like for him, or maybe his son or somebody that he knows is an NBA player, to kind of go through the process of being a guy that doesn't start to all of a sudden you get the call that you're going to be playing in a primetime game that I think was covered by, I think, ESPN or TNT. I could be wrong, right? So he was essentially saying that JJ Redick should have known that Bronny was not going to be ready. So Bronny was essentially set up to fail. Well, I have a few thoughts on that. Number one, the team made the executive decision to make Bronny only play home games for the South Bay Lakers, the G League team, in which he had a great performance his last time out there, 31 points. But then they made the decision for him to travel on road games. Now, why did they make that decision? Well, one could surmise that, look, LeBron wants his son to be on the road with him, to travel with him. That's a plausible reason. That's an understandable reason. But the other thing is maybe to have Bronny play on road games instead of home games, right? Maybe they want to develop his basketball game playing in hostile environments. I don't know. But it's a decision that they made. Now, if Bronny James is on the roster, that means that to a certain extent, Bronny should be ready to play at any moment in time if the coach calls on him. All right? Now, are there situations where a coach may go up to a player before a game and tell him, hey, chances are I may play you tonight, so be ready? I think there are most likely occasions like that. But the fact of the matter is Bronny's a pro. Bronny is being paid as a professional. So therefore, I don't think Bronny should have been caught off guard if he's already ready. If he's taken the job extremely seriously, I don't think he should be caught off guard. Now, obviously, does that change his circumstances? No. Does it change what Kenyan Martin is saying? No, but he's still a pro. At the very end of the day, he's still a pro. He's not a baby. And he's still getting paid to go out there and play. Now, Bronny not playing well could be a byproduct of nerves. Could be a byproduct that he's not ready. But I think Bronny's performance, or lack thereof, speaks more to him than it does the coach. JJ Redick can't make Bronny go out there and make those shots. He can't do it. All JJ can do is give Bronny the opportunity that a lot of guys are starving for. Because the question then becomes this. If Bronny is being put in a position to fail, why is Bronny even there at all? When there are other people that would love to have the opportunity to go out there and show you what they got. Because if we're saying that, well, wait a minute. You're throwing them to the fire. Well, there are other people out there that could have had that drop, that spot, and said, give me that opportunity. Throw me to the fire and let me show you what I got. I'm saying that there are other guys out there that must be starving for the opportunity that Bronny doesn't even really seem that he needs. By the admission of his own father, which basically said he's not doing it for the money. Yes, it's stupid to think that obviously he's not doing it for the money. Which means that if he's not doing it for the money, somebody else could have benefited off of that. Somebody else could have benefited off of that position. So I understand what Kenyan Martin is saying in terms of putting Bronny in a spot where he could fail, but ultimately it's up to Bronny, man. Bronny could have went out there and did his thing. And if he went out there and did his thing, we're all going to be praising him. We're all going to be praising him. So ultimately it's up to Bronny. Bronny's not a baby. He signed up for this, so he should be ready for what comes with it. That's the way a pro should handle it. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show.